So another little interest of mine, and I've been interested in this from being a little girl. I've always had an interest in astrology and star signs. And so when I find myself with a little bit of time on my hands, which is very limited at the moment because of the MSc coursework, but I find myself this evening with a little bit of time. So I thought I'd sit down and create what we call a natal chart of a friend of mine who's just had a baby recently. Basically what this is, it's a chart of where the planets are situated at a particular time. So at the time you were born, the planets were in various zodiac signs. So by charting these, some would say that we can work out different aspects of your personality. So how these planets and zodiac signs fall together can, some believe, give a clue or a little bit of insight into your personality. So here I am sitting at my desk. It's a little untidy, and this is where I've got all my coursework lined up and my little witches to give me inspiration. Yeah, and just generally this untidy desk, which, I quite like it. Anyway, so back to the astrology. So what this does is, with your date, time and place of birth, I can work out the planets at the time you were born. So just as an example, so we all probably know where our sun sign was. So this is when we say we're Pisces, we're Scorpio, we're Aries, we're whatever, this is where your sun sign would be. So this particular chart, the sun sign is actually in Scorpio. So that will give quite a clue to various, this child will have Scorpio characteristics, quite strong-willed probably. But that's also a water sign, so they will have some sort of emotional feelings in there as well. The other thing that most people don't know about themselves, and this can also have quite a clue or an influence on your character, is what we call the rising sign. And this is the sign that was coming over the horizon at the time you were born. In this instance, it's actually Aries. So the other thing that influences us is where you'll see these numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the houses. And the zodiac is divided up into 12 houses. And each one of these houses also has an influence on character. If I pull this down here, I can show you this little chart here, which will show us exactly the sun was in Scorpio in the 8th house. Moon was in Aquarius in the 11th house, etc., etc. And then you see the ascendant was in Aries in the 1st house. The ascendant is always in the 1st house. It also, you probably will have heard that different zodiac signs are in fire, earth, air or water. And we can see from here that Scorpio, which is this one here, is a water sign. Another element of this chart is it shows you how many signs are in fire, how many in earth, how many in air. So this would indicate actually lots of earth signs going on here. So this is something else that I do that's of great interest to me. So I will, along with this, I will do an interpretation that gives some written words of what all this means. The other thing that I will do with this as well is I can also create I can also create some very pretty, lovely sort of more graphic charts to print out that will look really pretty in frames to be kept. This is another little sideline of mine. I've got a few people lined up. I was meant to do some months ago, but then got caught in everything else. But I've got some time now to start working on these. I just find it totally fascinating. And so if you're on my list, you will be getting one of these sometime before Christmas.